Testing, testing, one, two, testing. All right, I think we are good. We are good. We were having technical difficulties earlier. I fucking got into a riff, a very brilliant, racist riff on Chinese people, and I forgot to hit record. So you guys missed out on that gold. So we're gonna have to take it from the top, make sure all systems are a go, get our mind right, get our mind focused, get ready to be excellent, get ready to battle the woke mind virus that is currently the epidemic in this country. We need to be on point if we are going to defeat the woke mind virus. Anyways, people, welcome to the Joe Rogan podcast. We are going to talk about trans people, woke, stand-up comedy, and the beauty of rooms for the next 4 hours. Thank you all for tuning in. We're going to be talking about rooms for the next 240 straight minutes. Dude, Dude, the Funny Bone in Louisville, that's a great room, dude. That's a great room. See, the thing about the comedy rooms, dude, is you don't want the ceilings to be too high. They need to be just right. They can't be too low. They can't be too high. The crowd has to be right. Has to be, you're looking at 50 to 100 people max. You don't want to do the stadiums. 50 to 100, small room. That's where it's at. That's the sweet spot. Dude, there's another room. There's another room in Tempe. Dude, Giggles in Tempe. I don't know what it is, dude, but they got I think it's the carpet they use on the walls. It really, really helps the echo with the microphone. That's a great fucking room, dude. That's a great, and then there's McChuckles in Columbus. That one's fine. The McChuckles in Columbus, that one's fine. It's right next to a strip club and a weed shop. Right in the middle is McChuckles. The promoter's kind of a bitch, dude. I'm not going to lie. She's kind of a bitch. But the staff, great staff, dude. Great staff. One of the waitresses, she sucked me off in my Honda Accord after my gig last weekend. Great staff. I think I might go back in a few weeks. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing, people. Hope you're all ready and fueled, so we can talk about stand-up comedy. That is the gig, people. That is the plan of attack. Fuck, man. What a miserable art form. And I have friends who do stand-up comedy. There's a girl I kind of have a crush on. She does stand-up comedy. I know, Angel, you guys are going to be in the comments like, Angel, you have a crush on a girl that does stand-up comedy. I think of you less of a person. I understand. Okay, if one of my friends came up to me and said, hey, dude, I'm kind of sweet on this chick. She's pretty cute. She's funny, I guess you could say. But there's kind of a red flag, she does stand-up comedy. You would be like, all right, well, you are what's wrong with her? She's schizophrenic. Was she assaulted growing up? What horrible backstory does she have that led her to do stand-up comedy, and why do you like her? I know that is the natural progression. All right, we might have to cut that because I just got old glasses. He started riffing, and you sometimes when you talk too much, and you say some names and you say some things you shouldn't say, and that's my bad. I need to be professional on this show. That's something I'm learning is in order to be successful at podcasting and to be successful in comedy, you have to show up suit and tie and be on your best professional behavior. That's something I've learned. Dude, this table is a little wiggly. I don't know what the fuck. Have you guys seen this? Showed up a couple days ago. 2 weeks ago, but it showed up on my feed a couple of days ago. This is the latest trend in San Francisco. Drake concerts in SF. Bruh. Those Drake concerts in SF, they go crazy, bruh. These are the Drake concerts of SF. Here we go, people. You ready? I don't think you're ready for it. Here we go.
We can't tell if it's a bum or a win. It's a struggle for me. Legal problems on my own, I humble me. Skimming through the pH like it looks good to me. Orchestration turned me to a TV. After all I've done, just committed for me. Chorus might be good, it's just not CC. Seeing everybody start to quit GPT. Cosplay. I start my day at that moment. Plan, I realize enough for cocaine.
So that is the recent, latest, hottest trend in the greatest city, some would say, on earth. Some would say a lot of smart people. They would say that San Francisco is the best and the most cultured city in the world. New York City, go fuck yourself. London, go to hell. Shanghai, speak English. Tokyo, get lost. Chicago, go to hell as well. None of you have shit on the great city of San Francisco. Where else, buddy? Where else can you see this? Only in San Francisco.
I've been here since 2.0. Hey. Server down cause MCP. Yo, wait. God knows my VIP. Yo, wait. Make another .md. Yo, wait.
You know what that sucks? And the crazy part about this the most? You know what the crazy part about this the most? You can hate on this. You go, dude, this fucking sucks. This person right here is retarded. This is just another NPC in the bottomless pit of misery that is San Francisco. Fuck him. You say that, and the person next to you, they go, dude, he's worth like $500 million. You're like, what? Yeah, dude, the guy on stage singing, him? Yeah, dude, he, like, right now in his bank account, in just one of his bank accounts, in one of his 30 bank accounts, he probably has, like, I don't know, 10 to 12 million dollars just right there, liquid, ready to spend. And you're like, oh, all right then, maybe I should I go to the bridge and climb to the top and take the fucking leap? Is that what I should do? That's what this is. Hey guys, this right here, this fella, this Asian twink.
We can't tell if it's a bum or a win. It's a struggle for me. Legal problems on my own, I humble me. Skimming through the pH like it looks good to me. Orchestration turned me to a TV. After all I've done, just committed for me. Chorus might be good, it's just not CC. Seeing everybody start to quit GPT. Cosplay.
The crowd, bro. You hear the crowd? The stadium. You fucking flip the camera around and it's 30,000 people. They sold out San Francisco 49er Stadium, Levi Stadium. 50,000 people. Claude's plan. And boom, boom, ch, boom, boom, ch. 30,000, a sea of 30,000 Asians that all work for him. And you go, wow. If there was any justice in the world, If there was any justice in the world right now, Iran would drop a fucking nuclear missile. This very second. Today. Not tomorrow. Not on Thursday. Today. Today, they would drop the nuke. If there was any justice in the world. But there isn't. But there isn't. Instead, this guy, you know, he probably finished performing. And that's the crazy thing, dude. This is a crazy thing, all right? These people perform, and the all of their employees, fans, right? It gives the rush that they really are a Drake, a Kanye of some sort, because they're performing, they're LARPing, they're probably on 30 different drugs. So there's a part of them that starts to believe they are a Kanye or that they are a Drake, even though they run a SaaS company. They run an AI note-taking company. And because of that, he thinks that he is the next Kanye West. And maybe to some degree, maybe he is. Huh? Maybe we live in such a fallen world. Maybe this is the next Kanye West. Have we thought about that? Have we thought about that? Maybe I had this all wrong. Now that I'm starting to say this out loud, maybe this guy kicks ass and I suck ass. Have we thought about that? Because I'm starting to think. Maybe I'm the wrong one here. Because just think about it, man. This guy, again, just in one of his bank accounts, one. How many bank accounts do you guys have? Okay, great. How much money is in each account? Jesus Christ, that's it? Okay, well, in just one of this guy's bank accounts, he has probably $10 to $12 million that he has no idea what to do with. That's just in one. So he's going to perform. He can't get fired. He could probably say the N-word right here and you know, not even be affected by it. He's going to perform, be a rock star, get off the stage, have $100 million in his pocket. So who is he not to tell himself that he is a Kanye or a Drake? It's very interesting. This is very, very interesting. And I gotta say, I'm a fan now. I pulled it up to hate. How can you hate, huh? How can you hate when he got the bag, though? How can you hate when he got the bag, though? I hope I don't get fucking copyright strike for this shit.
We can't tell if it's a bubble to me. Legal rhymes on my own, I humble me. Skimming through the PS, fucking looks good to me. Orchestration turned me to a team. After all I've done, just committed for me. Chorus might be good, it's just not CC. Seeing everybody start to quit GPT. Pause plan. I start my day in that mode. Plan mode. I run life enough for code.
And you know what the crazy part about this is? You're hitting untouchable territory right here, man. He could say the N-word. He could say the hard R N-word. And we live in such a fallen world that he would not be affected by it. He would probably get another $20 million. Huh? Imagine that. Imagine that. So I think with all that being said, we're just going to say the N-word now. We're just going to say... That was all just... So that was just all one big preface. So I could be like, all right, anyways, this is me I'm just going to say the N-word now with all that preamble out of the way. But Jesus, man. Jesus. That's what I wanted to start the episode off with, huh? What a fucking... And you know, I can come on here and say, yeah, this fucking sucks and we should nuke SF and Maybe we should have the power grid go down within that city limits. And, um, maybe Luigi Mangione should have targeted a tech CEO instead of an insurance CEO. We can say all of these things hypothetically, of course. Um, but the thing is, man, I just feel like at this point, it just kind of feels like I'm going against the tide, I think. That's what it is. It feels like I'm just going against the tide. It feels like whenever you say, hey, yeah, man, this sucks. This fucking sucks. It feels like whenever you say that, you just get a giant 10-foot wave coming at you at 30 miles an hour, telling you that you're wrong and that you suck and that you're just bitter and a hater and you're just hating because they got the bag though. That's kind of what it feels. That's what it feels like nowadays, man. So yeah, I don't hate. This is great. I fucking love this. I hope there's more Drake concerts in SF. How about that? I hope this guy goes on tour. I hope this man right here, I hope he becomes the next Drake. I hope he becomes bigger than Bad Bunny. And his story is, okay, this is a tech software founder, B2B SaaS, who pivoted to pop music. I hope he becomes bigger than Post Malone. You're going to see him collabing with Morgan Wallen. I hope that happens. I hope he goes on tour. I hope he outsells Taylor Swift. Claude's plan. Claude's plan. You know what? Maybe I am just a hater. Maybe I am just bitter because I haven't had my big break yet. Because I'm out here still in the mud, scraping and crawling and in multiple knife fights with competition to land that big round of funding. Maybe I am just a little bit bitter because of that. Can you blame me? I was in a meeting a few days ago. I don't want to say with who because I don't like to kiss and tell. Old Glasses, he's a Hollywood whore. He keeps the names to a minimum. So I was in a meeting with not a fund, but a person from a fund. And we were talking about Kiwi, my startup, and really just kind of picking his brain, get the gist of what a big investor is looking for. And he goes, Angel, we feel like you're onto something. We just need you to think bigger. Present it as bigger. And I was really trying to understand what he meant by that. And then eventually it kind of hit me. And again, we're not saying names on this show. We're not saying names on the show. Even though, I've said names countless times for girls I've dated, but not in this case. And it took me a minute to kind of get that he was implying that he wanted me to I can't say commit fraud. I'm not saying commit fraud, but he just really wanted me to present my startup as something it was not. We'll say that. We'll put it that way, people, huh? We'll put it that way. He goes, Angel, a lot of the founders, they present their company from what they see 10 years, they tell you it's here today. I was like, I don't... Okay. I mean, that means anything, right? Like hypothetically, in 10 years, my company can be worth $100 trillion. in 10 years, in 10 years, Kiwi could have ended racism, poverty, world hunger, and given every single American citizen $1 million cash in 10 years. And I told them not really exactly this, but I was like, okay, but can't you really just say anything? And I wouldn't say these things to just any random Joe Schmo. It's I know this person per se. They're probably listening right now. What's up, buddy? I'm not going to say her name. And so I was like, so you can really just kind of say anything. And then he chuckled and he laughed and he goes, "Yeah, man, yeah." And I was like, okay. Okay, so you just like these guys, they just can't tell you, hey, commit fraud, buddy. And they didn't say that. No one said, who's talking fraud here? Cut it. But they can't really tell you that because it's illegal. They just tell you to think bigger and present your startup from 10 years from now. That was a very interesting conversation that I had. And it was something that I have not really been able to shake. Probably something I shouldn't have shared. I might have to fucking, I don't know, I might have to cut a bunch of shit. But I saw that, and then I immediately logged on to the great mobile application of Twitter, X, the everything app. And I see the announcement of the latest startup in Silicon Valley. The latest startup in Silicon Valley is doing something that I never thought would be humanly possible. Some say it's impossible. A lot of credible institutions and scientists and common sense, they would say this is impossible. But this is Silicon Valley, where we push the limits of what's possible. We push the limits of innovation. And ladies and gentlemen, this next startup is doing just that. This next startup, their mission, their sole mission, is they are going to build telepathy. Not only are they building telepathy, and not only will they get telepathy to market for all consumers, they're going to get it done by 2035. So again, this company, Conduit, is promising in 10 years, we are going to have telepathy. Telepathy. Yeah, you can be like, Angels, are you talking about like telepathy? Or is this like a tech term that? No. I am talking about telepathy. Where I can, get my phone and have it float and shit like that. Yeah, buddy, that's going to be here. Not in 10 years, in 9 years, we're going to have telepathy to the market, accessible to all consumers. So this is what I saw. This is what I had the privilege of seeing almost immediately after that conversation I had with that VC ended. Opened my everything app, and this is it right here. 2 weeks ago, I resigned from OpenAI to join Conduit as a founding researcher, where we're training models to non-evasively read the human mind. I've written some thoughts about what telepathy could look like by 2035 and how to get there. Jesus Christ. Can someone please point me in the direction of these investors? Like these specific investors. I don't want the investors that that have a credible reputation. I don't want the investors that ask, follow-up questions. I want the investors that have so much money, they go, "You're doing telepathy? All right, here's $20 million. Just take it. I don't give a fuck. That's a weekend in Vegas for me. Here's $20 million. Take it, and I'll hear from you in 10 years. This is what I mean. But I need to start scamming more. Telepathy. This is what we're promising now. This is what we are promising now in Silicon Valley. Telepathy. Oh, Angel, you're just hating because you're not thinking big enough. You just gotta think big enough. I feel like we are quickly losing the meaning of what thinking big enough is, and then just thinking flat out impossible. I think we have officially forgotten the differentiator between thinking big and the impossible. Well, how are you going to achieve something big if you don't push the limits of what's possible? Telepathy. Telepathy. You know, the United States government who famously pours in, you know, hundreds and hundreds of trillions of dollars into their military research. They couldn't even get telepathy to work. But my startup in my garage, we're gonna get it to work. So you should write me a check for $100 million, and in 10 years I will get you telepathy. Maybe. That's what I love about all of these startups, right? I have friends, they go, okay, so what happens if, you know, like the startup fails and the money, like what happens? Do they give the money back? Or no. Don't know. Giving the money back has never occurred in the history of technology. They're not giving the money back. The money's going to magically disappear. It's going to go into offshore accounts before they file for bankruptcy. They're not giving the money back. There's no recoupment. It's just, well, we went belly up. We tried. We failed. Money's gone. I guess I'm just going to move on with my life. Right? That's whenever after the company files for bankruptcy, the founding team members, you know, the CEO, the CFO, the COO, yada, 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 all these fake titles. After the company files for bankruptcy, they all look at each other and they go, well, I guess it's a good thing we were giving ourselves a $20 million a year salary, huh? I guess for the past decade, it was pretty good. We were paying ourselves $20 million a year. Fuck it, let's go. Which house do we gonna? I got 30 houses to pick from. Fuck this company. Man. This is... Can't believe it. I can't believe it. We can't even get chatbots to not hallucinate. OpenAI. You talk to that fucking thing and it hallucinates half the time. Anthropic can't even give you an answer without hitting your token limit. We can't solve the tokenization issue. We cannot solve the tokenization issue, but do not fret, my love. We're going to get telepathy instead. We can't even make a chatbot company profitable after spending $200 trillion. But make no mistake, we're going to make telepathy possible. Man, huh? What a world to live in. I think this is what I'm going to do, people. This is what I'm going to do right here. And you hear it here first. I'm going to write something up like this about Kiwi, and it's going to be absolutely fucking insane. Truly insane. It's going to push the limits. It really is. It really is. And I'm going to post it on my Twitter. And we'll see how that goes. Huh? We'll see the traction that gets. fucking telepathy. That is insane. Are they hiring? They need a designer or something? Podcast editor? What a great valley. I mean, I do hate it, but God, Jesus, doesn't it it's gotta excite you, right? It's gotta excite you. I was watching Heat the other night again for the I don't even know how many times I've seen that phenomenal movie. I was watching Heat, and I love that line where he goes, for me, the action is the juice. That's what woo! Woo! So yeah, that's kind of how I feel about this right here. It fucking sucks. It's a pain in the ass. It's unfair. It's fraud. Yada, yada, yada. But, you can say it sucks. You can complain about it for a few minutes on your podcast. But then you got to move on, sweetheart. But then you got to move on. Because that is the name of the game. That is the name of the game. And again, for me, the action is the juice. This is the juice. Yeah, it fucking sucks. But whenever the juice is on your steak, is it not the best steak in the fucking world? So I was watching Heat the other night. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece of art. Speaks to my soul. It speaks to my soul. This is my thought this past time as I was watching it, and we're not going to spend too much time on the movie because, I can talk about it for hours and hours. But this was my initial thought when I was watching it. It was, I hope my future wife has not seen Heat. I hope that whenever I meet her and, we start dating and eventually go on to get married, but I hope that whenever I start dating her and I meet her and you have that couple moment where you go, dude, you haven't seen Heat? Dude, you haven't seen insert movie name? I hope she hasn't seen Heat so that I can watch her watch Heat for the first time. What a great fucking movie, man. Great movie. So that's just something I wanted to bring up, this telepathy thing here. That was the latest, hottest startup in Silicon Valley. This lady here, good for her. She's probably a billionaire now. It's the thing about this, right? The thing about this type of shit. You send this tweet out. Doesn't even make sense. Very vague. But you send this out and 3 hours later you can be worth $100 million. I'm not joking. I'm not fucking joking. There's money falling everywhere, but I don't see it falling here. What the fuck? Huh? What the fuck? I'll put a yarmulke on if that's what it takes to get a funding round for $500 million. Is that what it takes? But moving on, kind of. It's a busy week in Silicon Valley, people. There was a lot going on. There's a lot going on. So this is going to be a very, very Silicon Valley tech cult doomsday type of scenario, heavy centric episode. So, yeah, just a little forewarning per se. But this is another thing that has happened this week. Sorry, I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling everything up. There was a balloon protest at OpenAI's Bellevue office. A balloon protest. Check it out.
Hello, this is OpenAI. They would like to leave or will be arrested. So they say, we would like to hack you. How can I hack you?
Let's all hack each other.
Let's go.
can't leave. I guess we're stuck in here.
I'm stuck where
We are stuck in the chat.
Oh no, it's
Stuck in
locked.
the Matrix. Cannot unplug.
Use this door. Use this door.
How do we get out?
Hack.
Get over
I guess we gotta hack ourselves back in.
The security is rigged. The security is rigged. We want justice. You say
So yeah, that is the balloon protest, the balloon activism that is happening. I don't even know what they're protesting. I don't even think they know what they're protesting, to be quite honest. I mean, is it just the expected, like, AI environment is bad, yada, 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 the water supply and that whole thing? Is that what they're I feel like if you go to them and you go, hey, excuse me, like if you stop them and you go, hey, excuse me, miss, can I ask you a question? What are you protesting? And she's going to go, we don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We weren't hugged enough as kids, so we're just kind of.
Happy birthday!
Beautiful offices, though, huh? Like you can tell it's a beautiful office just by the building. I love a nice corporate lobby. I know that's very weird and kind of soulless to say, but dude, I love a nice, soulless, corporate, high-rise lobby. I fucking love, you probably work in like 80, 90 hours a week to get the CEO a new yacht. Coming in at 6 a.m., leaving at 9 p.m. But it's so nice as you're leaving to go back to your soulless apartment in downtown in the financial district alone to a completely empty place because your life is your career. But it's so nice that as you're leaving at like 9:17 p.m. and you exit out of those elevator doors, it's so nice to walk through that corporate lobby. The security guard is working the night shift. Probably a black lady, maybe she's there behind the desk. You're walking out. You wave to each other. All right. Good night, Shaniqua. See you in 7 hours because you'll still be on shift and I have to be back at that time. It's so nice. But that's just a little pivot. Sorry, we got in a little tangent there about this. Sorry, shame on me for getting distracted at the activism. Shame on me for getting distracted and not paying attention to the bravery unfolding in front of me. I'm scanning to see. Look at this. Huh? What? That looks like me. What the fuck, man? I was gonna be like, this guy looks like he sucks ass. This looks like me. What the fuck? Why does this keep happening on the show? I keep pulling people up and they keep... Fuck him. And fuck them. What the hell? What do the signs say? Okay. A C is like a Big Brother thing. I don't know. Who cares? Who cares? Beautiful lobby. Good on the corporate security for tackling them. Their threats. Throw them in jail. Rough them up. Fuck them up. Tase them. Do something. You're paid a nice salary. Call the fucking Mossad. Get them disappeared. Do something. Jesus. But I saw that and I was like, is this is this a thing? Like I started doing kind of like a deep dive on it, and I guess balloon activism, that is a thing, people. Balloon activism. Have you guys heard of this? It's insane. So after I did just a quick little Google search, this is what I quickly found. Right here. I guess it's like a trend where people, they will have like this political statement, and they'll spell out their statement with individual letters that are balloons. When a clown moves into a palace, he doesn't become a king. The palace becomes a circus. That's deep, man. That's deep. The entire world is being held hostage by an 80-year-old pedophile. Damn. Damn, bro, that's brazy. That's brazy. So I found. So this is the latest trend. This is what I found. Balloon activism. You can't make this shit up, people. You can't make this shit up. Balloon activism. Who is gonna defeat the pedophiles? Who's gonna take on the deep state head first? The balloon activist. By the way, this is the machine you're supposed to rage against. I mean, come on, guys. Come on, rage. Rage. It's balloons. No, dude, that's the point, Angel. That's the point. It's balloons, and it's juxtaposing violence. Oh. Conservative men are deeply submissive to male authority figures. Like, they're just saying nothing. That's another thing about this bullshit. They're just saying nothing. It's just a tweet or a Reddit post or a Tumblr post from 2014. It's just some bullshit, some regurgitated slop that they found on the internet. They probably have like a camera roll photo album. They probably have one of those. There's probably like 1,000 screenshots of tweets and posts that they can scroll through whenever they're looking for inspiration for their artwork, aka their balloons. It's just bullshit like this. What is this? What is this? And I guess this is the pioneer guy. This is the pioneer. Michael James Schneider. Any relation to Dan Schneider? Michael? But this is the pioneer. 1 million followers, of course. Just a million followers. This is the revolution, people. This is the revolution right here. I stop romanticizing the people who fucking hurt you. Like, bro, this is so deep. This is so deep. Is this the bar for art? This really sucks. It really sucks. Of course, they're located in Portland. This really fucking sucks. And I'm not saying it sucks because it's like, you're just like some alt-right. Fuck it, you just hate leftist ideologies. I hate that, like, whenever you say something like this sucks, they take it as you're criticizing the points that they're trying to make. It's like, no, I actually agree with the points you're making in terms of political stance and social stance. I agree. But this method fucking sucks. What is this? Can I truly ask you guys? I need to ask. What is this doing? What is this doing? It's getting the voice, it's getting the word out. It's making your voice heard. Okay. Take that off the table. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. It's getting the word out. I'm starting to think that it's getting the word out is just another code for I just like hearing myself talk. Oh, hey, what does your piece of art say? What are you trying to say with your artwork? Oh, I just like to talk. I just wanted to hear myself talk. Because it's not, I mean, is Donald Trump supposed to see this and go, all right, people, hang it up. They won. Fire emojis, of course. This. Period. This isn't for anybody. You know who this is for? It's not for the revolution. It's not for the greater good, even though you guys tell yourselves that. It's to fuel your narcissism. It's to make you feel like you're doing something. And I get it. I totally get it. In my early 20s, I wanted to make a change. I was full of life. I hadn't been beaten down by the system yet. But if you're going to try to make a change, this is not the way to do it. This is not the way to do it. You guys know how you're supposed to do it, but I can't really say it because I'll get the FBI, knocking on my door and I'll get thrown off the internet. You guys know how change is supposed to be made. You just aren't doing it. That is how I know you are unserious people. You do not want a revolution. You want an Instagram aesthetic. You want an Instagram aesthetic. You want an Instagram brand. And then, on the other side of the retard spectrum, you have this. So first of all, you have this leftist weird narcissism where everybody is the main character, right? The theater kid energy. We always talk about it on the show. You guys should be familiar with it at this point. This is a prime example of theater kid energy. So on the other side of the spectrum of the theater kid leftist energy, you have this.
People of this country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. American flags. American flags. My people of this country.
So there's really no middle ground because it's either AI singing conservative alt-right it's either alt-right conservative AI singing influencer or it's balloon activist living in Portland liberal. Which one is it? Pick your poison. Pick your poison. Balloon activist liberal or AI singing conservative. Pick your poison. Those are our options as a country. How the fuck did we get here, huh? How the fuck did we get here? I feel like that meme. You have the people on the left, you have the people on the right, and we're stuck in the damn middle, huh? We're stuck in the damn middle. Fuck, dude. What a, and of course, just I'm still not over how this just has like a trillion followers, a trillion likes. AI is popular because it gives dumb people the illusion they are smart and uncreative people, and the illusion that they're. I don't. What is this saying? I can't even read. I'm so. See, that's the thing about these fucking about this bullshit like political statements. I read half of them. I read go. What does it say? AI is popular because it gives 10 people the. Okay, dude. I don't. Okay. I get like 6 words in. I'm like, all right, bro. I'm okay. Whatever you say. I feel like a dad who just came home from a 12-hour shift and is getting bitched at by his wife, who's just exhausted physically, emotionally, mentally, financially. And the bitch is just okay, please stop. Okay, please. Hey, babe, please stop talking or I'm gonna fucking put us on the midnight news, okay? Okay, shut the fuck up. Thank you. That's what it feels like. And so for that reason, I'm gonna have to take my talents if we're choosing between balloon activists or AI singing conservative. I'm picking right here the AI conservative influencer, because at least it's funny, I guess you could say. At least it's not. At least you can laugh about how retarded it is. I guess that's what it is. I guess because whenever you say, yeah, this is retarded, you don't get a tidal wave of backlash telling you that you're wrong. There you go, yeah, this is very retarded. So for that reason, and that reason only, I'm taking my talents to the AI influencer, alt-right, probably on an FBI watch list team.
And we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. American flags. American flags.
What a great fucking country that we live in, huh? What a great country we live in. Speaking of alt-right, AI, I saw this right here. Man. It just says prompt, create an iPhone chaos shot of an American family in Maine in their living room in 2026. But in this timeline, the Japanese won World War II and Americans became the minority. I saw this, and I'm bringing this up strictly for this point. I saw this image and I go, holy shit, is this not the couple from last episode? This one right here?
Been recording for nearly 2 minutes because I don't feel safe. You just walked into my room with a fucking sledgehammer.
Because I want my shit. Now start fucking helping me gather.
Help you? You're tearing apart my fucking bedroom.
Because I'm taking my shit back. Like this fucking lamp. Here, you want your shit? Here.
Is this not the same couple? Is this not the same fucking couple? It's so interesting because it's like that that line from No Country for Old Men, which is a great movie, by the way, where he goes, if all roads led you to this moment, what was the point of it? It's like that. It's exactly like that. I probably butchered that line, but it's just like that. Where it's like, okay, yeah, America won the Great War, but would it have even mattered if Japan or Germany had won? If it was just the same outcome? Would it have even mattered who won if we ended up in the trailer park in Maine, sweetheart? This is beautiful. I'm going to repost this. Let's repost it. Okay. God, this is my favorite couple, dude. This is genuinely my favorite couple. This is what love is. This is what true love is. Argue with the fucking wall. Man. Literally the same. I'm flipping between them. It's the same fucking thing. Is this the answer? Like, is this really the answer? Like, I'm over here, running around San Francisco, trying to do deals, meeting with demons from hell, signing contracts, probably, giving my soul away to some unknown entity, trying to build a legacy for myself and my family and my future kids. Incredibly, incredibly unhappy for the most part. Meanwhile, you have people like this. This is AI, sorry, but this is AI, but in a weird way, it's not AI. In a weird way, these people are just as real as these people. But as I was saying, does it even matter trying to build a legacy, suffering like this, when I can just live in a trailer park with a woman that I hate?
Oh, now you're recording?
With a woman that I hate, 25% of the time, but I love the other 75% of the time? Is that not the answer? You got to ask yourself that. These are the questions that you got to ask yourself just living life, Especially with there was more news coming around Silicon Valley. Like I said, it was a busy week, people. It was a busy week, and I think this is we're getting to the main point. We're getting to the entree of the episode, I think. It was a busy week in this fucking valley. And it did not let up whenever I saw this news right here, people. When I saw this news. So I know that this is it's a lot of text. I know that the listeners of this show are not really big on reading. So we're gonna break it down. So don't get too intimidated by all the words on the screen. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you guys. But essentially, what this says right here, okay, so we're gonna go, the internet has been so scrubbed of references to Dario Amadei's wife, Cami Clark. Now, for those of you that do not know, Dario, whatever, Dario Amadei, he is the CEO of Anthropic, Claude, OpenAI's competitor. Right? So if OpenAI is Target, you can think of Claude as Walmart, per se. So Dario Amadei, CEO of Anthropic, his wife, references of her, Cami Clark, have been scrubbed from the internet so much that if you Google her, you get a picture of his sister instead. Not even Claude can say if he's married. To get to this point, she overcame much. All right, this is where we get interesting. Dropping out of college, a brief early marriage when she was 20 to a man more than 40 years her senior, and an entrepreneurial path that included trying to get Epstein to invest in her revolutionary porn company. Just let that sink in for a second, okay? So you have Dario Amodei, the head of Anthropic, CEO of Anthropic, his wife, who no one knows. There's no images of her. Claude, it doesn't like the Claude, his own company software doesn't even say they're married. His wife, this shadowy figure, had a revolutionary porn company early in her career where she was trying to get Jeffrey Epstein to invest in it. Probably nothing, right? Probably nothing. This isn't a conspiracy show. This isn't a tinfoil hat wearing show. It's probably nothing. You know, what's wrong with the woman trying to make a name for herself, right? What's wrong with the woman trying to be an entrepreneur in today's male-dominated landscape? You hate women, Angel? Oh, you want to support the patriarchy and its principles? God forbid a female try to do something with herself. You're right. You're right. My fault. I'm a misogynist. But it is odd, some would say, objectively. Some would say it is a bit odd that this shadowy figure that no one knows of, no one has seen her face, was recruiting Jeffrey Epstein, trying to pitching him to invest in her porn company. To be quite honest, this is probably a CIA agent. Her name is Cammie Clark. I was gonna look up her name, like her background, but I'm kind of scared to. I feel like if I look this name up on Google, I feel like if I type that in, it's gonna flag something in Langley or in Quantico. You know what I'm talking about? As soon as I hit enter on Cammie Clark, it's gonna pop up on some director's screen and go, oh shit. This IP address is saying Cammie Clark. He's looking her up. He's looking into her. Let's get a couple of Suburbans in the area to see what's going on. So I don't even want to look it up. But Cammie Clark, this shadowy figure, is probably some CIA front. That might be what it is. If I was a betting man, which some would say I am whenever I've had a few drinks and I'm in Vegas, but if I was a betting man, I would bet a lot of fucking money that Dario Amodei's wife is probably some CIA fed. You guys, that come on, am I going crazy here? That's not weird to you guys, right? Imagine if I told you this. All right, I go, hey, dude, my company Kiwi, we just landed a pretty big deal. Yeah, dude, like $10 billion. Yeah, $10 billion. Yeah, we just landed a deal. You would go, oh, that's cool, dude. How'd you land that? Like, no one just like knows someone who has $10 billion to just, write as a check. How'd you manage to get that? And I go, oh yeah, dude, my wife, she put me in touch with the investor. Your wife? Your wife? You're married? You're married? I'm like, yeah, dude, I've been married for a solid amount of time, like for forever. Just don't. I like to keep her. She's not really a fan of the public eye. It's, oh, that's understandable. Yeah, can I meet her though? That's cool that you're married. You're like, oh no, dude, you can't meet her. She's like an introvert. Yeah, yeah, my wife. Yeah, you can't meet her. No, you can't meet her. No. Yeah, she has like social anxiety. Yeah, so no, you will not be meeting her. But yeah, anyways, she knew the guy who invested $10 billion into my company. You go, oh, that's okay. All right, whatever you say. Oh, that would raise some flags, right? Naturally, that would you'd be like, that's a little okay. Let's not ask too many fucking questions there. But maybe I'm just a tinfoil hat wearer. Maybe I need to go touch grass, right? That's fucking. That is so. That's insane to me. Here, I did it. Let's pull this up. I didn't Google her name because, again, I was terrified of that. But I came across the article that was linked to that tweet. So these are some of the key facts. Okay, Cammy Clark. That's the shadow CIA figure wife that we don't know. She's an entrepreneur who married Dario in 2022. It's not that long ago. After previously dating former Google chief Eric Schmidt, hired her as strategic advisor. I love those fake job names. Her previous attempted business included founding a self-described free luxury porn company that catered to women and a social dieting app. A luxury porn company catered to women. That sounds like trafficking, right? A free luxury porn company catered that, come on, social dieting app. That's clearly a code for right? I'm kind of spinning out. Free luxury porn and social dieting apps. So social dieting, that means, hey, social dieting. Your social diet is like your network, who you're involved with. So you mix social networking per se. You mix networking with luxury porn. Yeah, that sounds a little bit kind of like, you're on a yacht in Monaco and, the owner of the yacht, he has like $1 trillion from some shady business endeavor. That's literally what it sounds like. It sounds like an app where you just swipe left or right. You're like, do you want to be in this yacht or do you want to be in this penthouse in Shanghai? And then, it kind of connects you to that's kind of what it sounds like, to be quite honest. And I'm trying to be a little vague so I'm not thrown off of respectable platforms. But Jesus, man. Jesus. And so she wanted Jeffrey Epstein to invest in this company. We would love to have dinner with you this evening. Fuck Jesus, dude. And again, let's go back to the analogy of my wife. And I go, yeah, she's sort of an entrepreneur. She had like this luxury porn company, where girls, they could date trillionaires. It's like Tinder, but girls, they can date trillionaires. Yeah, she was one of her investors was actually it was set to be Jeffrey Epstein, but then he kind of, if I said that, you would be like, "Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck are you involved in? Get away from me. Get the fuck away from me. You are by association a criminal." So Dario Amadei's wife, It goes deep, man. This is a lot. This is too much to read for me. Smiley face. Hold on. Clark asked Epstein to get together in New York, but the financier said he was in the Caribbean. Sorry, guys. This is well, we're gonna just take this from the top. All right. What do the Epstein files say about Cammie Clark? After their initial intro, Clark sent Epstein a script through her company, the yada yada yada. I'm sorry, who is this? Brutal, bro. After Clark reached out and asked to put Epstein in touch with another female entrepreneur launching a lingerie line. Dude, come on, man. When Clark reminded him of that, she has the free luxury porn company and asked if that rings a bell. Epstein responded, yes, a loud gong. I was going to say you would be the first person that ever didn't remember us. Smiley face. Clark responded. Clark asked Epstein to get together in New York, but the financier said he was in the Caribbean, though he said he was willing to look at whatever you think viable. Epstein then asked what happened to Clark's business plans with the porn company, and she said they were moving full speed ahead, pitching Epstein on investing in her company's foray into video. Into video? Can't do TV sex, Epstein responded, to which Clark said, I didn't think so, smiley face. Epstein files show Clark keeping the financier on her email list, inviting him to a housewarming party in July of 2012, and that Epstein connected with her on LinkedIn a year later in 2013. There's no indication through the files that the two met again in person. Probably nothing. This is probably nothing. Jesus, man. Jesus. Fuck. Well, thank God that we have the balloon activists. Thank God we have the balloon activists to get us through these hard times. What would we do without them? What would we do without them? I have no idea. Hey, right here, you see this? You see this right here? Maybe this will get rid of Dario Amodei and his wife and expose those secrets and dismantle that system. Maybe these balloons will get that job done. These are your heroes? These are your artists? This is who you think is going to fight? That was some of the darkest shit that has ever been exposed on this fucking show. And so switching from that back to the balloon activists, I have no faith. I have no faith. The only thing left is to do a bank run, unfortunately. The only thing left is to do a run on the banks. Get as much money as you can. Hunker down for winter. Save food. Tell your family you love them. There's nothing else to do. Stop with the balloons. It's not doing anything. moving forward on a bit of a positive note, and we're approaching the end of the show, so I feel comfortable talking about this a little bit. There's probably maybe about a 40, 60% chance that old glasses he relocates. I can't say too much, but we'll say it's about 40, 60% chance that old glasses has to move. And I will be honest, if I have to move again, I'm not gonna have anything in the new place. It's not even it's gonna barely be an apartment. It's gonna be an office. I'm gonna have nothing. I'm gonna have a couple of desks, monitors, a blow up mattress. I don't want it. Just keep everything empty. Keep it all empty. I don't want shit. I don't want clutter. I want emptiness. Absolute emptiness. I want to live like a monk. Just focus on work. That's what I'm going to do. Whatever doesn't fit in the car gets thrown away. That's the rule. One car trip. If it doesn't fit, it's gone. I saw this right here. The algorithm, dude, it just knows. Just knows. I don't know how. But I saw this and I was like, oh yeah, if I have to move, this is probably what it's going to be. It's probably going to be this. I'll probably find a pretty kick-ass place. Floor-to-ceiling windows. That's it. Just a desk. This is it right here. Throw the fucking air mattress to the side. I don't need an apartment. Well, I mean, this is technically an apartment, but it'll be like just a little lab. A little factory. Look. This is dope right here. You're telling me this isn't dope? No bullshit. Just a couple of desk monitors. Podcast on the left side, work on the right side. You got to edit and all that shit. Throw a projector screen up here. Just live here. Just live in the office. Become a monk. Focus on building something. Maybe I'll build telepathy. Huh? How about that? So if I have to move, it's gonna be this. If I do get a bed, it'll be like a Japanese type of style bed. It's like a wooden panel and it's like 2 inches off the ground. But yeah, this is probably the angle that I will go with if old glasses has to move, which I'm not really a fan of, to be honest. Moving fucking sucks. But it's not set in stone. 60-40, I would say. So yeah, that's something that's just been on my mind and had to get out there and bring that up just as a change of pace from the end of humanity stuff. The future, it may be not that great, but at least it'll be, minimalistic and I won't have clutter surrounded, just completely surrounding me. This is the way to live, man. This is the way to live. Just like in heat. Just like in heat. Never get attached to anything that you aren't willing to walk out in 30 seconds or less if you feel the heat around the corner. That's the way. That's the way. That is absolutely the way. But with all that being said, people, we're going to wrap the show up. Thank you all for tuning in. If you made it this far in the show, thank you for sticking around, for hanging out with me, for being a fella. I want to say thank you all for the continued support, for the growth. I'm gonna slowly start taking, well, not slowly. I guess quickly. I'm quickly starting to take the YouTube side of things a lot more seriously. You guys know this is always Spotify facing. I was not really ready for YouTube just as a content creator. The comments tend to not be too nice. Who knew? But I feel like I got a thicker skin over the year or so. And so now I feel like I'm ready to take YouTube a lot more seriously. So I'm going to really be diving onto that. So if you guys want to go subscribe to the YouTube channel, we have like 1 subscriber right now. Shout out to you. Shout out to the 1 subscriber on our channel. We're going to start taking that more seriously. I feel like a rapper. Yeah, I'm starting to take like this YouTube shit more seriously, bruh. I'm taking the YouTube shit more seriously, bruh. But yeah, that was just a quick little housekeeping announcement. But with all that being said, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you listening, and I will see you all next episode. Thank you. God bless you, and peace out.